Okay, hello and welcome to my live stream. This is a completely new game for me and I think for many of you because it only just recently was released a week ago. Yeah, at the end of March it was released. So this is Heroine for Hire by Owl, and they have created other games on it, which, depending on how I like this, I may buy those ones as well. But I backed this on Kickstarter the end of last year, and kind of forgot about that, despite the repeated updates that I received. But when Owl indicated that the game itself would be released publicly soon, I was like, well, I know what I'm going to live stream once I do the demo for the sequel to Arcade Spirits, which I did last Tuesday. I loved it. The art was amazing, and the writing left me wanting to play the entire game, which is kind of the point of demos, right? So I didn't actually play the demo for Heroine for Hire, but this was recommended by fans of Lyre Harmoniel. They asked people to back the game. They said they said that the author is really good and their other work has been good. So I was like, well, sure, why not? So I'm going in this completely blind. I don't know what's going to happen. Not like it's When the Night Comes or Arcade Spirits where I already knew, where I'd already played the game, and it's actually 100% of the game. So I have not played this before. So I'm going into this as blind as the rest of you for once. So let's get started with a new game. Okay, bunny ears. Alright, this is new. Well, I assume bunny ears, I could be wrong. It's a new day there. Lyre? Here? I finished lacing up my boots at the side. On the other side of the door, I can hear my sister's footsteps approaching.
Oi!
Okay. Are you ready yet? I don't want to be late don't want you to be late. You don't want to be late for your new job. There we go. I can read. Lyre and boots. Okay. Interesting naming pattern here. Sorry. Correction. Here it comes. There's a pause and she prepares to say something else. Something rude, if I know her well. You don't want to be late for your new. You get it, Lou. This is my 7th job in the past 3 months. Har har. I can't keep a job and it's all very hilarious. Oh, so it's a bit like Arcade Spirits. And that you're having trouble holding down a job for any appreciable amount of time. I hate when you say my punchlines before I do. Yep, they're siblings. I ignore her ponied expression, continuing heatedly. Oh, I should have saved this. So let's do that. Okay. Okay. So kind of the same setup as the other games. I'm just not used to them. Not used to it. For your information, I'm letting you know that I can keep a job. I just what? Have terrible taste in employers? Just what? Have a magnet for criminal menial work? Have the worst luck in existence? Has someone ever told you to quit while you're ahead? Someone tried. In any case, look this up and ready. Honestly, I figured you'd still be wallowing about the way you got fired from the butchers. Before she even finishes her sentence, I'm already shaking my head. Haha, that? I'm over that. Thank you very much. Besides, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about this job. This time will be different for sure. For sure?
Yes.
Yes. I have a good feeling about this one, Luke. Really.
Lyre.
What do you mean, liar? Isn't it a good thing for me to be looking up? Just at the last time he said that. Cut her off before she can bring up a very, very specific memory of me getting fired that should definitely never be spoken into the air ever again.
Hey!
I remember the last time I said it. Do you remember why it's a bad omen for you to have a good feeling about something? No offense. Look, are you going to sit here reminding me of how much I suck, or are you going to actually comfort me? Yeah, they're sisters. I prefer a healthy dose of both. And on that note, okay, jokes aside, I believe in you, Lyre. Just like Ma says, you're just in a slump, but you'll break out of it. If anyone can, it's you. I do hear what she's saying, but my feelings are fair. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, I know I can. I have to. This doesn't sound like you. What if I can't, Luke? Let's go with determined optimism. I mean, you know me, Luke. You really think I want to work for a chef angry man? We both know that I only took this job because I was desperate. I glare at her. Maybe. Not that I'll ever admit it.
No.
Funhead. It's because Ma can't work again until Doc can afford a more permanent cure for a chronic magnolia fever. Never mind, Luke takes my hand. We promised Dad we'd work hard in his stead. Let's keep our promise.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. We'll make him proud. We're silent for a moment as I finish getting ready. As we boots away step, Luke squeezes my arm affectionately. Just know that wherever you work, I'll always support you. Be safe out there. Scratch her affectionately behind an ear. Look at you, worrying about your big stiff. Every day I feel like you're growing up more and more. As I expect, my sister's eyebrows lower in anger. 7 minutes, Lyre. We were born only 7 minutes apart. You're hardly that much older than I am. Yes, twin sisters! I can relate. Except I'm the younger twin. By 1 minute. I chuckled, ducking out of the door before she can continue. She's not the only one who knows how to tease. Yeah, I have to say I love the music. Like kind of a minstrel playing the harp in the background, I await my next round of drinks at Temple Tavern. It's a fancy place with no stop for traveling nobility going through Fonestra. Okay, just wanted to look at the character art a bit. So apparently they are dogs, sort of. Interesting choices. I don't hate it as much as my last job, but didn't I order a lager 5 minutes ago? Why am I sitting here with hot food and no lager? Okay, that's a lie. I hate it way more than my last job at the butcher's. At least there it was only the animals that stink. True. For a moment, I missed the green forest with a deep lounge where Mom and I raced Loot Night for most of our lives. But then I remembered that these days it's safer in Castletown anyway. There's been an increase in bandits out in the forest lately. Sigh aloud as I make my way to the table. I'm regretting spilling that bucket of guts on the royal chef more and more with each passing day. Another waiter leans in as he passes me by.
Hey.
Watch out, Lyre. You know who is here. Okay. Interesting, dude. You know who is... Oh! Manager has been the rockiest bunch of soldiers that seems to drop by every afternoon since I started working here.
Right.
I haven't served them personally, but I've heard stories of wandering, pinching hands, and, well, no, thank you. I'm trying not to get fired again. If Chef Cecil knew, I'm sure he'd be pleased. I wish he was being sarcastic, but the owner of the tavern, Chef Cecil, is known for two things: a near dragoness love of money and a raging temper that I managed to avoid being on the receiving end of. So far, anyway. I like this group since they always clear out his stock of meats for the day, but then we also have to deal with complainability until we get restocks from the butcher. So it's really lose-lose is what I'm trying to say. I take a deep breath and pull up the corners of my lips. Okay, Lyre, all I have to do is smile. There is no need to do anything rash. Just take their orders and smile. I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the darkened window panes. Stretch and smile better. Sharp sound attracts my attention as one of the soldiers snaps his fingers. Oi, Long-ears, is this a tavern or a desert? Get the fluffy-tailed birds over here and bring me around. Wait for a moment, gripping the tray in my hand tightly. Snapping at me is bad enough, but he just called me Long-ears? Okay, we'll try to hang on to this job, so just calm myself down. Hello. Calm down, Lyre. Maybe they had a long, rough day. Maybe they're trying to blow off some steam. Maybe. Feel a hand on my shoulder. I look, and Gabrielle is smiling at me sympathetically. Listen. Why don't I take it from here? You go and deal with that other table. That table, are you sure? Because I can try to handle it this time. You did it last time, so I should. You are way too nice. Just let me deal with them, and you go over there and take care of table 3. Make sure to bring the soup cart over there, too. Okay, if you're sure. What's the table 3 once again? He smiles. Table 3 wants another lentil soup, Lyre.
Yes.
Yes, got it. I take a deep breath. Go and get the lentil soup, Lyre. Gabrielle will be fine. I push the soup cart to table 3, smiling stiffly. The man is sitting there, a mug of ale in one hand and a bread bowl to the side. Okay, I saw his picture under love interest on the itch page. Okay. I love the armor. It looks very practical without being too foo-foo-y, but definitely, yeah, looks like it will definitely protect him. It will definitely stop most attacks. Sir, you asked for soup?
Yes.
Yes, I did. Oh no, that smile.
Thanks.
I try to concentrate on the customer friendly, but everyone's looking pretty saucy again today, ain't he? There's something that can be said for having ears like mine. You hear everything, including things you don't want to. Oh no. You're right. Should I squeeze up a sample? Oh no, you asshole. Take the words right out of my mouth. Fucker. Oh no, they don't. Excuse me, just one moment. Is there a problem? Problem? No, not at all. I'll just be right back. I whip my head towards the soldiers with a glare, pushing the soup cart towards their table. I could see the scum's hand reaching towards Gabrielle when I... Soup! Would anyone like a refill of their soup? It comes into the soldier's hand before they can touch my fellow waiter. Did you want more soup? I readied myself just in case they both throw a fit, but to my surprise, they only exchanged smirks with each other before looking back to me. Yeah, I'll have more. I lean in warily so I can spoon the hot mixture into the bowls when I feel it. I'm cupping right up against my... I don't remember doing it that hard, but the first soldier's head rolled to the side from the hard strike to the back of my ladle. Oops. As he slumps forward, face down to the table, all I hear is Gabrielle somewhere behind me, gasping loudly. The soldier beside him whips her head towards me. Have you lost it? You come here harassing our staff every day, and you're asking me if I've lost it? All of you get out. If I ever see one of you dirty rats in here one more time, you'll feel more than the wrath of my ladle. They stare at me in silent shock, and slowly one of the soldiers stands up, his hand on the hilt of his sword. Uh-oh. Talking to a bunch of armed soldiers like that? You know, I've always thought you bunny girls were crazy. Okay, so they're bunnies. It's just hard to tell for sure. Especially because I couldn't see the tail. But that's okay. I like them crazy. Oh no. That's it. You're finished. Before I can charge forward, a hand clamps tightly on my shoulder.
Forgive me.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but Miss, I never got my soup. Excuse me?
Ah.
Here it is. Quick motion that surprises even me, he hurls the empty bowl at the distracted soldier. The heavy dish breaks against the soldier's head and knocks him out in a single hit. Oh, sweet. The armor stranger shrugs at me, a serious expression on his face. Perhaps he didn't like it. Immediately, the rest of the group stands at attention, facing us. Glance at the man, gripping my ladle tightly. I have to say something, though. Not a problem. I'm not one to pick fights, but I don't like uneven odds. Smile at him briefly, really briefly, because the soldiers charge at us. I took out from the ladle from one of the pots, but he doesn't seem to need it. Striking the first lackey upwards with a fist I definitely wouldn't want to be on the end of. Yeah, especially if he's wearing armor gloves like he is. I looked down at my hands. Well, 2 layers are better than 1, I guess. Oh, I am so getting tired for this. I swing wildly, striking as best as I can at sensitive areas, and it's effective. Audible yelp sounding out as the rounded steel pushes back the palms, neck, bellies as best I can. Then sort of see how the knight is doing when I hear one of the soldiers let out a shout. I look over to see that one of them is charging him with all of his might, a sword in hand. That's not good. Ladle isn't going to do much. Quickly, I grab the closest thing to me. Breakfast gut, the food's still warm in it. I almost wince as I snatch it from the table. This is going to hurt. I use both hands to swing as hard as I can. I only watch as he sinks to the ground, a cube skittering across the floor at the stranger's feet. He meets my eyes in shock.
Thank you.
Anytime. Limping away, one of the soldiers roared so loud in anguish. Wait, that insignia on your armor. You're not just any knight, you're Sir Varus Vermilion. Huh? Okay, Varus for clarification, but before I can even finish forming the question in my mind, the rest of the group scrambles up the tavern door. His reputation precedes him.
Ah.
That takes care of that. He behind me flings a knocked-out goon over his shoulder, carrying another underneath his opposite arm. No need to thank me. I'll just be introducing these two to a castle south. Good day to you both. He looks at me for a long moment, and if I'm not imagining it, his voice is rather kind. You're good with the ladle. Pauses, his eyes just wandering curiously across my shape before returning to mine. Clearly, you keep yourself in shape. Would you consider knighthood? I look at him in shock, feeling strangely flustered. It's not just his face lingered on me in any particular way, and yet, well, I mean, you haven't thought about it. You should. Turns to go.
Varys!
Yes.
Yes. You don't have to stick up for me like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. If there's anything I can do to show my appreciation, he merely smiles. I'll be going then. Darting my eyes around the room, I turned just in time to see Gabrielle pop his head up from beneath the table. He took it over my shock, or my amusement at the sight of the comically large man untangling his antlers from the chair legs. Yeah, those would get in the way a lot. What just happened? Gabrielle shrugged slowly.
Well,
To be honest, I'm not totally sure, but I'm pretty sure that knight is the same one who served. He cut off at the front door's opening. What happened to my restaurant? Why is there soup spread across the floor? Who set my brand new ladle? Where are my customers? Oh boy. The sound of his voice is the veins starts to bulge and goose his neck. I turn away, creeping towards the kitchen, but the soup part of my vicinity gives me away. Lyre, it was you? Actually, here it comes. You absolute fool! You absolute fool! You utter imbecile! You empty-headed, long-eared brat! Shit. I know, it's a rising anger in his voice. Is it too late to say I hope I don't get fired for this? Yes? You're fired. Okay, I didn't really read that. But it's clear enough.
Huh?
Excuse me, Chef, I didn't quite catch that. I said you are fired! And so much for that cat job. Not again.
Lyre?
Timpani. Okay. You're back home early? Is everything... Oh. My mother stops watering the flowers outside our home to look me up and down. Right away, I watch as soon as the fact stand covered in red head from head to toe. She moves towards me in alarm before taking a sniff. Honey, what in the world? You don't want to know. I should rest. I have a long day of job hunting ahead of me tomorrow. Ma sighs. Oh, honey. So, Lyre, Luke, and Timpani. I'm almost afraid to find out what their dad is named. Then slowly, carefully, before hustling back into the house and returning with the towel. Thought it was lentil soup. Well, we received a courier bird earlier. It was a message from the blacksmith. The arrowheads you ordered are finished. A blink of surprise. Alright? I just ordered them yesterday evening.
Yes.
That's what the message says. In any case, when you finish taking your bath, I'll come with you to pick them up. I want to hear all about it. And the chef whistle threw me out, just like that. My mother clenches her fists angrily. Ironically, it's not too far from the expression on Chef's face, either.
Ugh.
That man ought to be ashamed of himself. I should march right up to that tavern and... Well, I know where Lyre gets the attitude from. She stumbled for a minute, but quickly tries to brush me off, ignoring my worried expression. Ma, did you take your medicine? You know the whole point of working less hours at the doctor's was so that you could rest. Maybe this walk is too much. Maybe... Oh, hush, child. You're worse than your dad. Chronic magnolia fever won't kill me. I should know. I'm the doctor, after all. It took 2 more moments to steady herself before taking a deep breath. A long, scary moment before she looks at me again. For your information, I did. Your father sent it along with his usual letters. He's still such a romantic. She trails off, her face distant. Oh, Lyre, I really miss him, you know? Her face tilts downward for a moment and she peers by her ears. Oh boy, now I bent. I reach out to comfort her when...
My darling.
It's just so cool! When he walked onto our tribal grounds, asked for my hand. He was the tallest bunnel our clan had ever seen, and so handsome to boot. To this day, I've never seen straighter ears or blacker eyes or silkier hair. Oh boy.
Ma!
Ma! His voice, your father seems better than any bird I've ever heard take flight. As Kalimbo was an assist now, leaving home to...
Ma!
Seriously. Get my medicines, I'd never let go of him. He could serenade the ocean to sleep. I'm not convinced we weren't blessed with twins because of his skinny voice. But when I get my hands on my darling, I'll be sure to...
Ma!
Ma! Please don't finish that sentence, please. Yes. Yes. The purpose of every parent is to embarrass a child. I begging doesn't say, sir. Dead Ma giggles into her cupped hand, then lets out a happy sigh. No need to be embarrassed, Lyre. If you had a darling as cute as mine, you wouldn't be able to hold back either. When are you going to find a darling?
Oh!
Look at that! We've arrived at the blacksmith. Will you wait here?
Lyre?
Be right back, Ma. Ow. My eagerness to get away from my mother's probing questions, I pushed the door open a little too eagerly because it hit whoever was on the other side of it directly in the face. Whoops. Are you alright? I am so sorry. I bring my gaze to his face and subsequently freeze. Draw a bit closer awkwardly. And is it any surprise? That apron isn't doing much to cover his physique, and so I'm not exactly sure where I should look, if anywhere. Normally I'm not that easy to fluster, or so I thought, but for the second time in a day, I suddenly don't know what to say. Wow, hot. Well, not that. I definitely didn't want to say that. Looked at me in surprise, so I forced myself to think on my feet. In here. It's getting hot in here. I mean, it is hot in here because this is a breakfast stop and the temperatures are...
Listen.
Get me out before I have a chance to further dig myself into a hole. Thankfully. We're close. I deflate immediately. Can I pick my order at least?
Yeah.
What order? I ordered 2 sets of arrowheads, broadheads for hunting for Lyre, where I can finish the blacksmith Brunson acknowledgement. I know. Wait here. Yeah, man, a few words, definitely, but yeah. When he's that gorgeous, you don't need to speak much. He walks away from me immediately, and admittedly my eyes trail behind him. Oof, he looks good. I wonder about that personality of his. He seems to be a guy of few words, so that's pretty clear to me at least. As I wait, my eyes can't help but gravitate to the shine of swords on the wall. I walk up to them, trying not to let my eyes glitter. Dad only taught me to use the sword a little, and only for these guns, but I've always been curious. What would it be like if I could wield one of these? No evil would stand against me. I could earn coins trading others. I could protect everyone. Well, I figured their dad's name would be another instrument, and since there's a lot to choose from. Imagine Ma, Da, and me all safe and sound together. I wouldn't have to worry about not being able to take care of even one more person I care about. I'd be able to trade my skill for money to get Ma's medicine. Luke wouldn't have to worry about Ma and could work those longer hours so she could concentrate on becoming a master seamstress. Best of all, if I could use the sword, then Da would finally be able to come home. I wonder if I could get on a little practice with the dull training sword. I looked around the shop to ask the staff, but, there isn't anyone else here. I chalked it up to the shop being unofficially closed, but one would think there would at least be someone here to help out. I got your order, miss. I paused, squinting at the tag.
Lyre?
Harmoniel. Thank you, Mr. I trail off with the expectation that he's spelling his name. Instead, he just looked at me solemnly, his expression unchanging. What's your name? Phi. Thank you, Mr. Phi.
Yeah.
And just 5. And that's all he says. Again. Really talking is not his strong point. I turn to leave when I remember my question.
Oh!
I just want to ask you something really quick. I notice there's no shopkeeper.
No.
He's staring at me as if I'm saying the obvious, which I guess I am, and it is after closing time. I should get out of your hair. Okay. The lackluster reply makes me second guess myself. I've never seen that bothered. Where is he? Unless, am I bothering you? Because I kind of want to ask you something, but not if I'm bothering you.
No.
Answer the question, no, I'm not bothering you. Question, yes, bothering me, no.
Oh!
I forgot what I wanted to ask about. Did you have a question? Quick, while I think of something.
Well,
Not really a question, a statement. I like your, brushes across the chest for something a compliment. Curse's lack of skills giving me no way out. And so I knows it, my saving grace. Your pin! I like your bunny accessory. Where'd you get it? Actually, the more I look for the little silver pin on his apron, the more interested I am, and not because he looks pretty good underneath that pin, too. Yes, he does! The details are nice, with the fur shine so meticulously that whoever crafted it really polished it with care. I myself reach out to touch it, but two warm hands lightly wrapped around my wrist to stop me. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Journalists don't want fingertips. This comes from the forest, so it's dangerous, and so hot.
yes.
Yes, you are. I lower my hand slowly, trying and failing not to blush because of my mistake. Yeah, I'd be alright. My hands are pretty crossed from working, so it'd take a bit more than that to hurt me. Still, it's a risk. I normally have my assistant taking care of pickup orders, but trails off. His hair flaring with smoke as he glares again. I had to let him go? No. He left me a note saying he was running off to join a band of traveling minstrels. Oh, or that. And my expression side grimaces. Exactly. In any case, if that will be all. Oh, right, you're trying to close.
Yes.
Just dashing me out some pauses. Appreciate your business, and thanks for the compliment. Anna's waiting for me with her hands linked behind her back. That's like a loud. Is everything alright? I held up the bag. It was fine. Oh, I see. Oh no. Jesus. See what? You've got your eyes on the blacksmith. Ma, seriously. Don't blame you. He's just your type. I have a type. Listen, you think I don't know my own daughter? Take Ruth, for example. When she finishes her career goals, she wants someone who will spoil her completely and follow her around like a little rustic puppy. You know, someone she can wrap around her finger. You, on the other hand, just the opposite. You and I both know you're the type who wants your potential honey to be able to bench press you with ease, and that Flame Master here fits that to a T. Ma, you got me all wrong.
Huh?
Flame Master? I almost protest. He looks way too young to be a master when... The thought shows off as I notice the character seal on my package. The cursive M is a telltale sign that, yes, I is in fact a master craftsman. And I call him Mister. As usual, great first impression, Lyre. In any case, I'm sure he's poetry worthy. There we go. I can read honestly. I want to laugh because there's a part of me that's kind of curious. What would it be like to have someone in my life who makes me want to write poetry like Dad does for mine? I could imagine it waking up every morning greeted by... I'm tempted by both of them, but we'll go with 5. For some reason, 5 popped into my head, not just the man himself, but the bunny pin attached to him. How could someone so serious wear something so cute? How could someone so serious be so cute?
Lyre?
Lyre? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Lyre? Fi, or Master Fi, as I probably should call him. I've probably already forgotten what you look like, because it's so serious. Nothing, sorry. This is my daughter, as though I don't really know she's thinking about that flame master.
Right.
Not really, it's nothing. She lifts an eyebrow at me, but instead of pursuing the matter further, she changes the subject. Maybe you should apply there for work. The shop looks empty enough. I'm sure he could use the help.
Oh!
I noticed that too. I meant to ask him, but I forgot. I was too distracted by... Oh, I know what you were distracted by. I look at Ma suspiciously, but she only smiles back at me, eyes bright. I know somewhere in there she'll see me, but if I say anything more, Ma will find a way to turn it back to Master Fi. I don't like the way he corrected me when I called him Mr. comes to mind. Maybe he doesn't want to be called Master either? I want to dwell on it more, but the gloating way Ma is looking at me stops me. I try not to react, but I can feel my face heating. Why is my mother so shady anyway? 'Cause she's your mother. Well, either way, I've never met him, but I can tell you for a fact that he still doesn't compare to... Let me guess.
My darling.
Did I tell you that your dad sent me another set of verses of his episodic love song to me? This time he wrote an entire extended bridge, all dedicated to my delicate ears. Whenever Ma talks about Da, she always goes on these tangents, but for once I feel relieved that she doesn't follow up, especially since I barely know what I'm thinking. In any case, cheer up. You might have been let go and banned from ever returning. Yes, and banned from... Wait, what? He banned you? I offer a sheepish smile. I might have thrown my soup-covered apron at him when he fired me. My mother stares at me in shocked silence before finally shaking her head. A smile creeps onto her face. It shouldn't be funny, but I admit there's not much I wouldn't do to see those soldiers' faces when you whack that first one into a soup bowl. She pats me on the head. I'm proud of you for standing up to them. Your dad would be proud too. You really take after him in so many ways.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Honestly, encouraging that group to come, even knowing that they were handsy. That Gluzo really is asking for an anonymous brick through his window. Ma! She lifts her shoulder. I'm not saying I would. I'm just not saying I wouldn't either. Seriously. I like her mother. I let out a sigh. The first thing I'd take after that, if I acted like you, I'd already be in a castle cell.
Oh.
Liar. My mother pats my cheek lightly, her voice cheery and not at all comforting. You are 100% correct. The week passes, another fruitless set of days of job hunting. Woot and I walk arm in arm, the sun bright overhead.
Oh.
What about over there? I didn't get a chance to look at her character design. I like that dress. And the little ribbons, I think this really adds to it. It's really cute. Oh, and a double glove necklace. I didn't notice that before. It's really cool. Fishmongers?
Yeah.
You haven't gotten fired from the fishmonger yet. Comforting. You're right, but isn't the head fisherman the cousin of that one baker who... Right. The baker whose oven you destroyed 5 weeks ago. He sighs. Don't worry, Lyre. We've only been at this for a week. We'll find something. And I just remembered. I need to stop by the toilet. Do you mind? That's fine. I'm going to go to the blacksmith myself. There's a few more weapons I wanted to check out. Like what? In reality, there might be a small part of me that might just want to see that blacksmith again. But I don't tell her that. Swords, hammers, bows. Now, personally, when I play MMOs, I tend to gravitate to ranged characters, so I would say bows, but Lyre seems like she's more the in-your-face type. And I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so let's go with hammers. I really like Symphony. These are really good characters. just wanted to check out the hammers.
Really?
Really? Have you started working out already so you could actually wield one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so milking those cows back when you worked at the dairy farm doesn't count, Lyre. Wow, way to be picky about what qualifies as working out. I don't know, some cows, now, I've never worked on a farm, but from what I've read, some cows, it can be really hard to milk them by hand. He looks at me flatly. That sounds like not yes. Not formally, no. It still counts as working out, though.
Right.
Sure, so no hammer. Also, we can split up after we go check out the jail potions at the inn. Alright, sounds good. Thanks for coming with me, Luke. No problem. Someone's got to try to keep you out of trouble. It sounds like I'm grateful that Luke works for Castletown's largest tailor shop. I just like the difference in their design. You can tell that they're related, that they're sisters, but you can also tell so much about what they're like just from their outfits. Anyone would know the town gossip about which jobs are scummy, it's her. Unsurprisingly, Luke's advice has saved my tail more times than I can count. Passing by the innkeeper, I look up at the odd jobs board. All these look interesting. Cat bearer, night squire, hatmaker's apprentice, blacksmith, shop helper, guard position. Give up. Well, gee, I wonder. Blacksmith, shop helper. Blacksmith, seeking desk assistant, 20 plus only. Must be good with customers, fire resistance is a plus. Absolutely no unnecessary conversation allowed. That sounds like pie. Now interviewing at the Wobbling Whale Tavern at Speed Sharp.
Oh.
This is new. I think this is that smithy on the edge of town. Spy is hiring a helper for a shop? I knew I should have asked when I had the chance. You know him? He's the blacksmith I plan on going to later on. He's intimate. They say that blacksmith works at the pace of a madman. His smithy finishes multiple orders in a day, and apparently his work is flawless. I've heard that pieces come out looking even better than they did when they went in. Well, isn't that the point? Think of the weapons in his shop, sparkling in the glow of his hair. Well, he's kind of also known for being not the most personable person in town.
Really?
Really? What do you mean? Not that I can't imagine, but I want the loot scoop. I heard that if you look him in the eye while picking up your order, he'll burn your tongue out for daring to eye him. I'm pretty sure I eyeballed him pretty hard and nothing happened to me. I'm not bound by an imagining back to loot. Oh, can you imagine the teasing? Besides that, she lowered her voice. There's a rumor that he's half fur? Or his fur? Is it be silent? Immediately my mind shudders. Creatures born of flame and chaos. We used to be on constant lookout for fur because they'd wreak havoc on the forest. Pulling out the fiery chaos bringers was a nightmare. Well, it's just a rumor. No way he'd actually have one, you know. I'm not sure how that even be possible. Well, anyway, I think we'd do fine there. He's not looking for someone to work and not to chat, so you can't put your foot in your mouth. That's a good thing, right? It is, but I don't like the implication of those words. I'm just saying an application wouldn't hurt. Wishing you could defend the weak instead of enduring your weak? Reach out for this once-in-a-lifetime chance to train under Sir Lyre Harmoniel and as the other option. The times for watching the downtrodden be trodden down ends with you. All interested may arrive on the castle ground at Speed Sharp. Okay, that's really cheesy, but really hilarious.
Oh.
Fighting bandits, earning a knighthood? Oh, just like you, Lyre. But Mom told me that you fought alongside Sir Varus. Do you know how amazing that is? Should I? Sir Varus is adored throughout Ponestra. This city is full of his admirers. Did you know I once sewed a scrap of coffee touch into the underskirt of an admirer once? Oh, geez. Yeah, that's weird.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it, though? In any case, he's mighty and valiant. By all accounts, his heart belongs to Princess Ivis, and most importantly, you'd be able to live your dream, Lyre. You'd be able to make a difference. Yeah, I would. I hear her, but his heart belongs to Princess Ivis. That's a small part of me, however, that's disappointed. I don't know why exactly. I barely met him.
Lyre?
Aren't you excited?
Oh!
Yes, I am. Come on, Lyre, don't be silly. How cool! I can see you now in full armor. Lady Lyre, great knight of Fenestra. I look back down at the ad. Hold up, there's an asterisk next to the word train. See, look at this fine print. Pay not included, meals not included, training armor not provided, hours may fluctuate, knighthood not guaranteed. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Still, it's also a cushy apprenticeship at the castle. How bad can it be? Bad. You hesitate. True. It is you, after all. Still, you should go for the interview. Okay, I have to look at these other ones just for the hell of it. Speaking 1, Cat Bearer. Duties include carrying Duchess Gloria's incontinent fur baby late to events. Yeah, that's... Nope. So they never got someone to replace me. At least this version of that says incontinent. I'm sorry, that's the one time I failed you.
Well...
To be fair, it's not like I expected you to know that her cat has a bladder problem. Oh, gross. With the original one seemingly omitting that very pertinent detail, it should be no surprise I got peed on for the first and last time. I might have forgotten to tell you we sometimes catch stained areas of our dresses and... Okay, do you want me to blame you or not? I mean, I did apologize.
Oh!
I remember when you applied for this job. Didn't you get fired because you accidentally sewed a hat to a duke's wig while he was wearing it? I cringe at the memory. And to my sleeves, too. And worse still, I didn't realize it before I lifted my arm, but wow, I'd never seen such a shiny head before. This is hilarious. Goes to show that she's definitely not meant to sew.
Yep.
I remember, I wouldn't apply there again. No, definitely not. Earn quick and easy, 1,000 gold for less than 3 hours of your time. No labor needed. Our team is in need of an attendant with good vision. Duties include overseeing the reclamation of lost goods, ability to run away quickly, and skill in archery desired but not required. This doesn't sound good. Now interviewing at the edge of Trestle Bottom Forest at Beep Sharp.
Lyre!
They're looking for archery skill. You have that in spades. They're also looking for someone who can run away quickly. You can do that too. I'm not sure this is an ad for real, legitimate work. For 1,000 gold, does it need to be? Loot.
Lyre.
I'm just saying, beggars can't be choosers. At least begging is legal. Sounds like the words of a chooser. You didn't don't you sing your siren song at me, you fledgling criminal. Okay, that's all of them. I give up, turning away from the board. Why are so many of these interviewing at Beak Sharp? You know, I like to spread my interview network, but I can't go to all of them if they're all at the same time. That just means you have to choose now. Who knows? Maybe that job will be the one. Grabs my shoulders and shakes them lightly.
Lyre.
This could be a crossroads moment in your life. I wish I could be as enthusiastic as Lute is, but you're right. I should go, shouldn't I? Yeah, and while you do that, I'll go run my errand at the tailor shop. If you aren't going to the blacksmith already, I'll take care of that errand for you.
Oh.
Thanks. In that case, I'll head off to... We're going towards the blacksmith. Break your legs, sis. Walk into the tavern. Dimly lit place, not too different from my previous place of employment. Oh, I haven't said before, but I really like the background art. I love the details, and just, I have no idea how the artist managed it, but it looks so good. I'm looking in the room for a telltale sign of the blacksmith when right away I see exactly what I'm looking for. The stem of his hair flickering around him as he nurses a drink all alone in a dark corner of the room. The man I'd encountered mere days ago. Or embarrassed myself in front of mere days ago. I wonder if he remembers the fact that I hit him with the door.
Yes.
Probably. You know what? Don't think about it. Just step in and say, hello, Master Pie, I'd like a dog. I have feeling nuts, so I feel like I'm preparing something. Oh, it's probably not important. Just approach one I know, so if people are sitting in the tavern is pretty strange. Almost no one is occupying the seats around 5. Seeing him so isolated is kind of startling, and I admit, for a second I wonder if the rumors about him are true. If he really has fur? It seems likely, despite what Luke said to me. I may not know about every species in the kingdom, but I can't imagine what else he could be. The furs I've dealt with have always been, well, chaotic, dangerous. If he's similar to them, maybe he'd be angry if I approached him and interrupted his alone time. He did say he was interviewing. Maybe this is a bad idea. Then I remember, all he did that day I came up to pick up my order after I was calmly say, we're closed.
Well,
If he didn't get angry when I came in after the shop was closed, then maybe it's fine. I shake my head to clear my doubts, mumbling under my breath. Don't worry, Lyre, Luke's usually right, but she's never met him, and he's nicer than he looks. Kind of unreadable, but nice. Gather my confidence and throw up to the table and take a seat beside him. He doesn't look at me at first as he stares down into the cup, a mildly thoughtful expression on his face. Just muscle.
hey.
Hey there. Oh. Whoops. Oh no, please say I didn't just shout that as loud as I felt like I did. At least he's looking at me, I guess. Hi. Hello, Master 5.
Hey.
I'm Lyre Harmoniel. We met a week or so ago, and I very charmingly hit you in the face with a door. And you know what? That's not important right now, is it?
No.
But I remember, here for the job, and not solely at first, but a bit more eagerly. I can work as many hours as you need to. I can start whenever, and as far as working with the counter, I'm pretty likable for the most part. And I'm pretty sure I know how to handle a crowd of busy customers. So, perfect for the job. Please hire me. He looked at me with a surprised expression present on his face. Hello, if you want. I can also work late. I've got a lot of free time on my hands, and
Listen.
I have a question, and I need an answer quick. I expect no less than the truth. I nod. After all, I'm pretty honest, so this should be a snack. Go ahead. His expression is intimidatingly dark as he leans in, and not just that, but I can feel a true warm heat emanating from his body. The sweat quickly forming on my forehead. Wow, he really is hot. The other kind of hot, not like what's hot. I mean, he does also look. I wipe my sweaty forehead with the back of my hand, wincing. Are you afraid of me? Afraid? I try to keep my voice calm and steady, but I can see the searing flames in his bright eyes. I can barely think, much less look away. He's so handsome. No. I shake my head slowly. Maybe Mom's right, and I do have a type. I can't believe Lyre's advice made me think it was bad for him to be half fur. Because, phew, no matter what his makeup, he's all fine. Yes. You're sweating. You sure? I swallow. My throat suddenly very trying. Okay. Sweating? Who's sweating? It's summertime. It's summertime, Master 5. To my surprise, the Spy smiles just slightly. It's just Spy. Smile quickly disappears under a veil of relief. I wonder what he's relieved about. I can imagine. He lifts back, take your final draught of his drink and the rest of the heat with him. Okay. I believe you. Start tomorrow, 7 a.m. sharp. Thanks, Master. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master 5. I look exasperated for a moment, but he can't really want me to use his name when he's got a title, and a nice title at that. This reminds me, in one of my fics, one of the characters always calls the others his love interest lady, because as a sign of respect, but also later on, it's his way of expressing that he loves them. He says my lady in way of my love. So that's kind of funny. But she insists on calling him Master 5 when he's like just 5. But I mean, it makes sense. I won't let you down. I nods once, then looks down at his drink. Good. Also, I don't know how to ask this question without sounding rude, but I merely wait as he looks at me. What are you? Is it really true that you're first? Isn't it obvious? I shake my head. I've never seen anyone like you in the deep ones. I even grew up around other bunnels. I see. Well, I'm half human because my mother is a human. I see. What's the other half? His lips quirk upward into a smile. A secret. I balk at him.
Really?
Really?
No.
No. He smiles again, the slight glint of his teeth piercing a heart-shaped hole in my chest. Yes. Have you seen a fur? At once, dread fills me. I nod slowly. So that rumor at least is true. We used to be on the constant lookout for them because they'd wreak havoc on the forest. Putting out their fires was a nightmare. He speaks matter-of-factly. There you have it then, half human, half nightmare. I'm not sure how I feel about him calling himself half nightmare, so I quickly end the conversation. I see. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. I looks at me in surprise. Will you?
Yes.
Yes, I'm not afraid of you, remember? I merely nod. I wave goodbye, my heart practically flying out of my chest as I head towards the exit. Look who's back in business! The tavern quiets as the patrons turn to look towards the noise, also known as me. I don't dare look back outside as I shuffle out of the tavern in chains. I let out a shout as I approach home. I'm employed again, finally! I will play the other route as well, but I just have a thing for those stoic, very, I'm not sure how I would phrase it, but the very stoic, quiet types. Like, I love Thorn Oak and Shield from The Hobbit. And, has muscles. Oh, are you? Where? At the breakfast place with Master Fry. Ma looks at me with a knowing smile. Oh, is that so? Maybe I don't know everything about you after all. I look at her in confusion.
Huh?
Ma, what are you talking about? Ma lets out a bright chuckle. Well, honey, I knew he was your type. I never imagined you'd be this forward. Good for you. My darling would be happy to hear about that. I'll send a courier bird to report to him the good news. Ma, you know it's just a job, not a proposal.
Lyre.
There, I have 2 words for you. Not yet. I ignore her, focusing instead on the good news. My last day of unemployment finally has come. Again. Shaking my head, I move towards the house by my mother, my heart fluttering in my chest despite, and definitely not because of Ma's words. As soon as my foot touches a step, my brain conjures up words that fill me with dread. I remember the words in Spy's job ad. Absolutely no unnecessary conversation allowed. I feel the blood drain from my face as I remember the phrasing of the advertisement. I knew I forgot something. I've done it now, Ma. What? I talked to Zero. The advertiser said not to talk unnecessarily, and that's exactly what I did. I went up to him and I was like, hey, I'm Lyre Harmoniel, and I listed all the things I could do, and Lyre, honey, breathe. How can I breathe when I'm certain that he hates me? How can I breathe when... Come now, be reasonable. Why would he hate his future darling? I hit him with a door. I talked his ear off when I specifically said not to do that. Now cuts me off with slight laughter. Honey, it'll be okay. He did hire you, didn't he? He did, but if he did, then he must not be that bothered. But if it's scaring you, then why don't you just ask him, honey? It sounds reasonable enough, but clench my fist in resolve. I'll be less talkative when I start working. All right, honey. Ma pats me on the shoulder as she passes me by, leaving my anxious thoughts to eat me alive. But I can understand how it was hard to write him. The next morning, I arrived at the blacksmith shop at the appointed time, a particular bounce in my step. Having anxiety myself back and forth, I was pretty grateful to wake up with a calmer heart. Let's do this, Lyre. After all, maybe Mom was right and he didn't mind at all. Clenching my fist, I stand in the shop ready to face the fire. But, strangely, there's no one in the shop storeroom. Hello? Back here, come around the counter.
Oh!
I stands in the back room, hammering away. There's a fiery glow coating his arms and glowing hot from the forge. As soon as he sees me, he places his tools and turns towards the barrel. Dipping his arms into the massive vessel, steam fills the room as he extinguishes his arm. Oh, that's amazing. I'd say cool, but it's not cool.
Hey.
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 We stand for a moment in awkward silence. I try my best not to break it, but, what will I be doing then? Right, let me give you a rundown. You're at the front desk. Are you good with people? Good with people? Well, sure I can deal with people. Depends on the person. I'm the peoplest people person you've ever met. Of course I am. With my hands on my hips, looking at him confidently. I've worked all kinds of jobs. I've had to deal with a variety of personalities. And I can pick up the unruly customers, too. I was a little thinking on my last job. Unless...
Huh?
Unless what? Unless you don't want me to? I'd face punches and confusion. Why wouldn't I want you to? I mean, they could be good sales or something? Spy shakes his head. Take them out. Even if you threw out every customer when it comes to dealing with people, you'd still be, I don't. Sorry. Spy shrugs. Still better than me at it.
Really?
Really. Anything else? You'll have to make deliveries on occasion, help people make purchases too. You know how to polish weapons? I do. My dog taught me how. I don't mention that I absolutely despise the monotony task. Just remember, Lyre, you're getting paid to do this.
Good.
Follow me. Walk to a drawer in the main storefront room. Cloths are here, oil is there, unoiled Venus steel is prone to copper rot, so we need to oil these regularly.
Oh.
Look around the room at the various weaponry. I guess I should get to work then. He nods once firmly. We should. I like to start top down. Points her sword on higher hooks. Be careful using the ladder. Try to stay quiet as I polish the sword he gestured towards earlier. With the two of us just polishing, it's a little awkward, but no unnecessary conversation. The words of the adder stuck in my mind, which that reminds me, I was planning on apologizing for that. Fine? He looks at me and answers. I take a moment to say what's on my mind. I apologize for talking so much, or thank you for listening. I know you aren't happy with what I've tried, so thanks for not getting upset with me for talking your ear off. You're fine. Are you sure? Brad did say no unnecessary chatter. I lifts his shoulders. Talk about qualifications isn't idle chatter. Open my mouth and close it. He's right. So you weren't bothered?
No.
Oh.
Well, if I can ask what exactly is unnecessary talking, I've just been here a day, but I'd rather not get fired for crossing boundaries I don't know about. Hesitates for the slightest moment. There's just one thing I hate. As in something I could be fired for?
Yes.
I can't help but sweat under his strong gaze. Fire puns. Oh, damn it, I love puns. Fire puns?
Yeah.
Hate them. Especially hothead. Don't call me a hothead. Again, that's a little random. I grin tentatively.
Well.
I've been fired for plenty of reasons, like I promised saying fire puns isn't one of them. To my surprise, the corner of his lip quirked upward. Glad to hear it. Does that mean I could talk freely? He merely shrugs in reply. Is that a yes? You did say that as long as I didn't chat, I couldn't put my foot in my mouth, but anything is better than this awkward silence. Sounds like fear of speech. My eyes drift around the shop. I'm grateful for being hired here. I never expected to work at a smithy. I dream of knowing how to wield one of these, especially hammers. I used to dream of knowing how to wield... Not that there's anything wrong with working back this month. Just, look at by quickly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know smithing is really important, but it just seems so labor-intensive. I'm not sure I could get into it. All he says is, but my anxiety brain whispers boring into the back of my mind. Is that a good or a bad Yes, anxiety, the bane of our existence. I don't consider myself a particularly anxious person, but I've lost so many jobs that if I lose even one more because of a stupid but avoidable mistake, I don't know what I'll do. Mom always says I tend to chatter nervously when I'm worrying. I try to concentrate on the weapon in my hand, coating the blade with oil. Dad always said that a sword needed to be coated outside rough. Speaking of the weapon covered with walls, in the shop's main floor room, I can only wonder how often he polishes them. 5? He answers me without turning. What made you get into blacksmithing? He lifts his shoulders. My mother. She trained me. So you liked it from a young age? I looked at me. No, not really. Can't hold in my surprise. Wait, what? Then why'd you a blacksmith? I surprises me again by laughing quietly. Oh no. You don't have to like something to do it. Right. That's true, but isn't there anything you like about smithing? I mean, besides looking cool while doing it? He doesn't reply. I'm just talking too much. Oh well. I finally wanted to put away the sword. As I do, I notice. The fox of the sword is a little further to the left. Fits my body to hook it into place. Gotcha. As I do, I calls out. Watch out! Huh? Lyre shows beneath me. I feel my grip slip. Oh no. Prepare for the risk, squeezing my eyes shut when...
Gotcha.
Oh. Oh. I know I knew he'd catch her. I'm just admiring the art. On my knee. Guy's arms are around me as he catches me easily. I look up at him, the feeling of his hands scooping me up and keeping me from sliding against the floor like a bug, almost too gentle to bear. It feels nice.
You all right?
Yeah.
Never overextend yourself like that. It's dangerous.
I
I
gathered.
Oh yeah, I would be absolutely flustered. He stares me to my feet. Squeeze my eyes tightly, just in case he's about to let loose when I speak steadily. The end product. The change in subject?
Huh?
What? That's what I like about being a blacksmith. Seeing people happy to receive my wares feels good. Oh. I thought you weren't going to answer. He smiles, just slightly wider than before. Ha. Well, that's how I feel about archery. Whenever I brought home meat, my family always looked so happy to receive it. I see. He doesn't say anymore. Instead, Fry walks behind the counter. Glancing at me, he gestures with his chin to the weapons rack. Forget the ladder. You can start from the bottom. The day ends more quickly than I expect. Surprising, considering most of the time don't fly take inventory, and Paul always said inventory. I stretch as I look around the shop. Oh, I didn't expect there to be no customers at all. Isn't our shop normally busier?
Yeah.
Yes, that. I closed it. Today was for your training.
Oh,
that's really nice. Thank you. He nods. You know, Master Sai. Are you sure? Normally I should call you by your title, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah? Please don't. I hesitate. Mom and Dad would have a fit if anyone was calling him actually by first name, but if they don't know, won't kill them. Unless you slip up and dare in front of them. I feel like I learned a lot about you today, Sai. He lifts an eyebrow. Oh, that's nice. I did. I hope it wasn't a bother.
No.
He pauses. You talk a lot.
Oh.
Sorry. He looks at me strangely. Sorry? I look at him sheepishly, rubbing one of my arms awkwardly as I avoid his eyes. You're talking a lot. No, it's just an observation. I look at him probingly, but he doesn't say more. So it doesn't bother you when I'm talking to you? Sai shakes his head. No. But... He looks close through me as I imagine what he's going to say. But I wish you'd stop. You're still annoying. Or worse, but you're fired. But isn't it tiring? He pauses, taking a moment to discard the polishing rag. Tiring? The realization dawns on me. I get it now. Is that why you didn't want unnecessary conversation? I don't think it's tiring. Sai nods steadily, his eyes meeting mine. You can talk as much as you'd like then. Just do your work. His lips clench, the glint of bright teeth visible between them. And stay away from ladders. As a person from the outer forest, I've never imagined going anywhere near the castle, but today Sai has me doing deliveries, and, well... That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, so much detail. It looks so realistic. Wow. Blown away. Here I am. Oh, what business do you have with the castle?
Oh.
I'm here to deliver a package for a Enia Basilio. Ah, are you from the blacksmith?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, that's a shame. She places her hand on my shoulder firmly. Be careful of that boss of yours. Huh?
Really?
Really? Shake my head. No, now is not the time for doubts. Get to know yourself first, then make a judgment. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Never heard about his parentage? So it should be obvious just from looking at him. I look at her in confusion. I know he's half bird, but what else could there be? You know what people like that are. It's like, oh no. Oh no. If you haven't heard anything, I'd be surprised, but maybe he's different. Maybe he's different, and mine's sense of confusion. Are we talking about the same Master Phi? Look at my confused expression, the guard looks at me pityingly. Don't worry about it, I'll take care of that delivery for you, though. The guard seems to have gone tight-lipped for some reason, but, well, note to self, absolute about rumors surrounding Phi. So far, he seems rather nice, if lacking in idle chatter. Shrugging, I hand over the package and turn away. Phi. Paul's name is there. Turn to the shop after my delivery, but there's no answer. I go into the back room, but no one else is here. Oh well. I'll probably just clean up in here. Take a moment to grab a few cleaning cloths from the front room. It's probably sweet first. The porch floor is covered in soot and ash, along with pieces of scrap metal, presumably from other projects of size. As I sweep the floors, I listen for the sound of customers coming in, but the iron door stays firmly shut. Sweeping, never-ending chore. I work backstage for theater, and basically they said if we couldn't find anything else to do, just sweep the shop. There's always plenty of sweeping to do, because there was always more stuff lying on the floor. There we go. You know, I haven't spent much time in a forge before. I look around curiously as I sweep, careful not to step on any metal scraps. Avoid the hotter areas of the room, too. Seeing all of the mostly finished work, I can't help but wonder about my conversation with Phi. For someone who doesn't care for being blacksmith, he really does take a lot of pride in his work. Finished sweeping, I move to the counters. Most of them have dangerous weapons that I wish I could wield on top of them. I wonder why it's like crafting things like this day in and day out. I always admired people who work with their hands. And again, I guess I can, too. For all that Ma taught me about medicines, it was God who taught me how to carve and string a bow. I wonder if I asked, would Phi teach me? I trail off. Unexpectedly nice as Phi has turned out to be, I can't imagine him actually saying yes, especially if his desire to be a blacksmith isn't that great. As I clean, I come to the corner of the room with a blanket on top. Not sure what's underneath, but I should probably organize this too. Imagine for a moment Phi looking at me with that impassive stare, his hand on my shoulder. Good work. Don't be silly, Lyre. He hired you to work for him, not gush over him. Carefully, without much flourish, I pull his blanket off. Beneath it is jewelry. There's beautiful pieces in the corner of the room beneath the window. Gems with deeply saturated colors, neatly implanted in the hearts of pendants and rings.
Oh,
These are gorgeous. They don't look like they've been shined, though. Maybe I could polish them as a surprise for Phi. I don't know. I would say that's not a good idea. Turn when right behind me in the door stands the blacksmith himself. Master! Phi, please. Don't touch anything on that table. Immediately I step away from the table, my hat pounding in my chest as Phi continues to speak, gesturing for the jewelry. This has nothing to do with your work. Blink in surprise before wilting just a bit. My imagination Phi dashed before my very eyes. So much for surprising him.
right.
I see. Sorry about that. I just thought I trail off. Never mind. Sorry again. Phi nods but doesn't say much else. He steps aside from the entryway as if to gesture for me to go through. I smile awkwardly, passing him by to go back to the apartment. You know, I stop in my tracks. Wincing, this is it. Couldn't even make it through a week without being fired.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for cleaning up in here. Aww, Day. I do have a question though. Look up at him, my heart rate slowing down as I realized I might not get fired after all. What did you do with the shavings you swept?
Oh.
Those? I wasn't sure what to do with them, so I put them aside, over here. Perfect. Curiosity sparked further. I tipped my head at him, my ears perking upwards. What do you need them for? I gathered up the shavings with his bare hands. Melt them into ingots for later reuse. I thought so. His hands glow orangey red as he melts the metal down into a lump.
Right.
Right. If not, want not.
Right.
He inclines his head. Let's get back to work. As I arrived home, my sister's waiting for me on the porch, practically bouncing with excitement.
Lyre.
You're finally home. I have something to tell you. Same here, Luke. You go first. My sister bounces excitedly in place. You were looking at the newly commissioned seamstress Lyre Harmoniel. I tilt my head in confusion. Newly commissioned? By who? And that is just a question I wanted to hear. I've been commissioned by Her Highness Consuelo Lynbeth Marceau herself. I can hear the exclamation points in her voice.
Woot!
That's amazing. What are you making? Luke grins proudly. 2 different pieces, both gowns. Apparently the princess was supposed to be meeting up with some nobles from another land. I'm not really sure, sorry. That's fantastic. Isn't it though? She inspects me carefully. And how about you? Still employed? I put my hands on my hips proudly. You know it. Only... Oh boy. I put my hands in protest. Oh, I promise it's nothing bad. At least I don't think it is. My ears are up. What's going on? I take a deep breath as I count the tail of the guard I delivered to earlier. Do you think there's something shady about your new boss? Well, not exactly. I mean, he's a little rough, but he's really nice. I don't get what could be so bad about him. So tell it to me straight. Is there anything I should be, worried about? Well, I already told you a little of what I heard on the day you were applying, but I guess I can give a few more details. She lowers her voice conspiratorially. I lean in to hear what she has to say when I happen is an animal hater. What? He's a what now? Listen, I heard a report where your flame master boss was seen chasing a bird that had inadvertently shown into his shop with a burning cloth. I wouldn't say that's hating animals.
Really?
That's all you've got? He speaks defensively. Hey, that's prime intel, thank you very much. Reports say he went to eat the bird. Alive.
Well...
No offense, but it's just not much. I've hunted down plenty of birds in the outer forest. My sister protests. It's not the same. You never burn a bird alive to eat it. That's true, but I don't know, Lou. I'm really having a really hard time believing that one.
Whatever.
If you don't believe me, trust your previous knowledge. You know birds, Lyre, they can be that cruel. Besides, my intel is usually pretty accurate. It's just, well, sure it can be that way, but working for him is fine, more or less. Blake looks at me suspiciously. More or less. I hedge.
Well...
So, it's not a big deal, but...
Lyre? Don't.
What are you talking about? We answer in unison. Work. I see. I was a man. Is your new boss nice? Yeah, it's just that, look, I was cleaning the forge. I found a corner full of jewelry. Told me not to touch it, and kind of mad that I was even near it. What do you think that's about? His eyebrows furrow in thought. Maybe he's smuggling jewelry? Selling jewelry is legal. Why would he need to smuggle jewelry out of Vanestra? He looks at me in shock. Why are you asking me? I'm not the jewel smuggler. I cross my arms in exasperation.
Ma!
Do you have a slightly less delusional suggestion? Maybe they're for you. What? Oh, I can see it now. When till I tell your dad that the greatest flame master in the city has eyes for his eldest daughter? Ma, I said a slightly less delusional suggestion. I doubt Master Fi is secretly pining after me. Oh, sweetheart, you're so humble. Please, I haven't even worked there a full week. How could he have made that many pieces in a week? Fine, they were made for a former lover, and his heart is still broken, so he doesn't want them touched to store the memory of his past love. That actually does sound more reasonable, though personally I'd rather the reason be, not. Now, I sigh and turn towards the house. Maybe I can ask him tomorrow. I mumble to myself as I stand behind the counter, polishing and act with one careful stroke. Day 3, another uneventful day of passion and selling. Thankfully or unfortunately. To be quite honest, I'm grateful that things are uneventful. I think I've had enough eventful days to last a lifetime. Just for once, I like to be able to relax and not worry so much about getting fired or up and doing the wrong thing. I'm not sure I can handle getting fired even one more time. The bell over the door rings, a signal that a customer is coming in. Like clockwork, Vi comes in from the back room to assist. I can't say how grateful I am for it. In truth, I don't know enough about this place to really be able to tell anyone what to buy, but Vi says that'll come with time. I hope he's right, because otherwise I'm in trouble. It'd be nice if there was some kind of guide to being a metalwork saleswoman. I should mention anyway that to my great surprise, the majority of people who come into the shop come not for the weapons, but for, well, farming tools. I never knew that blacksmiths did so much. Seeing Vi at the forge, an image pops into my mind of watching as he melts steel with his bare hands. It might be a matter of few words, but he's got to be the hardest looking person I've ever seen. I watch his side deals with the customer. Something like is what you want. Get a rapier. Ah, that's exactly what I thought too. Vi nods and looks towards me. Lyre will take care of the rest. I nod eagerly. At least he did all the hard work of, well, figuring out what a rapier is. I approach as Vi passes me by to go back to the forge. As I hold the blade carefully in my hand, I scrutinize the rapier to get a clear picture in my mind. So, the rapier's are thin, light, and the point is pretty sharp too. I must ask Vi what kind of battle this piece is for. I take it down the counter to wrap it up as the customer lets out a pleased sigh. Thank you, this is just what I wanted. Tell Master Vi he does great work. The customer pauses, smiling. Never seen you before. New worker? I nod.
Yes.
I am. The customer nods kindly. You're a lucky one then. He doesn't talk much, but that Master Vi seems like a nice man to work with. Tapping his cane against the ground twice with a look of finality, the customer smiles brightly. No nonsense, that one. But yes, don't forget to give him my praises. No matter what people say about that fur boss of yours, I'll support his best job, so I'm in the dirt. Of course, I'll deliver the message. Thanks for coming in. With a final wave and a pleased look, I'm left alone in the shop. I let out a quiet sigh as I put away the coins in the sale. No matter what people say about that fur boss of yours. Is that the reason for the strange reactions towards Vi, then? I reflect on the guard's words. You know what people like that are like. But before I have time to give him fully considered thought, food torch follows. The Footmaster boss was being chasing a bird that had inadvertently flown into his shop with a burning fire. I can't believe that people would think someone like Vi could be capable of bringing an animal alive just because he passed fur. In addition to being cruel, it just seems so obviously unlike him. I wish that people wouldn't treat him like he's a volcano primed to explode. There's got to be something I can do to help him. To begin the discussion with Glue and Ma, I completely forgot that I wanted to ask him about the jewelry in the forge. There's no one here, so I'll have to go to the back. So I'll have to go to the back courtroom. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and save now because it's been an hour and a half, and my voice is running out, and I've run out of drinks to keep me lubricated. So I will continue this next week. Hopefully a little earlier in the day. I had a late night last night. So Okay, so thank you for joining me. I will continue live streaming this. I do plan on playing both routes, but I had to go with 5 for this one. So far I'm really enjoying the game. The story is really intriguing, and it's definitely relatable given despite the slightly different setting. And Lyre definitely feels like someone definitely feels relatable too. the art is amazing, both for the characters and the background, and even the one CG art that I've seen so far. I'm not sure what I'll stream after this. There's a couple other visual novels that I've been looking for visual novels. So I will be poking around and make my decision. I'm not sure how much is left of this one, but clearly we've just started. So until next week, hopefully, unless something comes up, and I will tweet when I start streaming. So take care, everyone.